That was what Barry Harris called the dominant seventh with a flattened fifth diminished scale. Now, what he taught was that if you take the notes of a dominant seventh with a flattened fifth, so in this case G7, D is the fifth, and make it D flat, that's G7 with a flattened fifth. And if you combine those notes with the notes of an A diminished seventh chord, you get this scale. And he called that the dominant seventh with a flattened fifth diminished scale. And as with the other scales that we've talked about, you're alternating a chord with a diminished seventh chord. So you play a G7 with a flattened fifth on the G. On the A, you play an A diminished seventh chord, and then G7 with a flattened fifth on the next note, and so on. In each case, the diminished seventh chord here is functioning as a secondary dominant. In other words, the dominant of G. If we look at the notes of the A diminished seventh chord, it's functioning as a D7 with a flattened ninth, but without the root. If I put it with the root, you can see that you've got G7 with a flattened fifth, D7 with a flattened ninth, going back to G7 with a flattened fifth, and so on. Okay, so in the next video, I will be talking about another option that Barry Harris talked about, and this was using a minor sixth diminished scale on the fifth of a dominant chord. And then in the video after that, I will be talking about yet another option that Barry Harris taught, which was playing a minor sixth diminished scale on the fifth of the tritone substitute. Hope you're finding these videos useful. If you do and you haven't done so far, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. It does help me to get more views. And also, I always really appreciate any comments or questions that you have. Thank you. See you in the next video.